Hey everyone, I'm Dhruva and I studied in Eduvoyage from my 10th grade, my IGCSE, to my 12th grade, A levels, and I did homeschooling. Deciding to homeschool was the best decision I've ever made. All of my marks and all my academics improved dramatically. When I joined Eduvoyage homeschooling in my 10th grade, I had a serious phobia of maths. I couldn't attempt any single sum without panicking and just freaking out. My mind doesn't work in numbers and quantities. It works in words and sentences. And when I told this to my teachers, they wouldn't listen. All of my teachers in my old school told me that I had to understand maths in one way, through logic, through rote memorization. But that just didn't work for me. But my first day in Eduvoyage, I had my maths class with Dinesh sir. And he told me that I didn't have to understand maths with rote memorization. I didn't have to memorize these formulas and try to do it this way. He told me that an algebraic equation is like two people having a conversation with each other. Each of them just want to satisfy each other's conditions. But Eduvoyage homeschooling for me was beyond the academics. I had so much more time to do the things I actually wanted to do outside of academics too. For example, during my 10th grade, I was a child actor and I didn't have time to pursue my interests, go for workshops, even go for auditions because of my school. But once I joined Eduvoyage homeschooling, it was a game changer. I suddenly had all this time to attend workshops and work on my craft. And that on its own wasn't it. I was even able to learn piano at level 1 during my 10th grade, which is that one time in your life that everybody expects you to be stressed for. But it was the least stressed I've ever been. And beyond this, the environment and the culture at Eduvoyage is something different. Everybody just wants to help you with whatever they can. And I made a number of really close friends. And these friendships weren't just limited to the students either. I formed deep bonds with a lot of the teachers too. In fact, Dimple ma'am played a really big role in my life. I was going through a really emotionally intense time in my life during my 10th grade, and if not for what she said to me and her reassurance, I wouldn't have been able to be in a mentally stable place to give my exams. She taught me life lessons that I don't think I'll ever forget. Another thing I really noticed with Eduvoyage was how they used to treat the exam season. Especially during the exam season, most normal schools tend to put a lot of pressure on the kids. Tell them that these exams mean so much, like these marks are going to define your life. But at Eduvoyage, it's almost the opposite. The end of the year is celebrated. In fact, during my last maths class at Eduvoyage in my 10th grade, we had a pizza party. Where else would you get that? In just 3 years at Eduvoyage, I went from being a 49-50% student to achieving 92% in my A levels. And I think that's pretty incredible. So, I guess I have just one thing to say. Thank you, Eduvoyage. You changed my life.